Today, I want to share a perspective on giving and receiving, which, as many of us already understand, are two aspects of a singular dynamic. At the same time, even for those of us that are, I'll say, experienced on a spiritual path or a path of awakening, there can still be a tendency to think of giving and receiving in a more transactional way, as if giving and receiving are separate and they must be kept in balance. So we concern ourselves with whether we have given enough, or perhaps we've received too much, or maybe we see somebody else over giving or what we think is over receiving. So there's a lot of assessment and discernment and judgment around all of that, because underneath of that view of giving and receiving in this more transactional way are a couple of false premises. One of which is that there isn't enough to go around. It's the scarcity mindset. And if there's not enough to go around, then we have to be managing who's giving what and who's receiving what. Also, a false premise underlying this more transactional view of giving and receiving is that we must prove our worthiness by giving in order to receive. And both of those premises are just false beliefs that have arisen in separation consciousness. In unity consciousness, there is no separation, therefore there is no lack, there is no limitation. In unity consciousness, we are aware of our oneness with Source, therefore we are aware of our infinite worthiness. So in the fifth dimension, we are giving and receiving in very natural and organic ways. We are living creatively, we are living generously, we are living joyfully. And as I've reflected on this over the years and recently quite a bit, what came to me was a new way of considering this dynamic. Rather than giving and receiving, it becomes receive, enjoy, and share. Receive, enjoy, and share. A couple of things I want to say about that is you'll notice it starts with receiving, and receiving starts with openness. Yes, as we open to receive inspiration, receive illumination, receive synchronistic meetings with wonderful people, to receive beautiful sights and sounds from nature. So many gifts the universe is offering us in every moment of every day. And as we open to receive them, we are nourished. We are nourished. As we enjoy them, we are nourished. And there comes a point when we are so full, the energy is just so rich and full that sharing becomes the next natural thing to do. It's a flow. Receive, enjoy, and share. And there's no need to manage or measure anything. It just continues to happen as long as we are open to receive. As long as we are open to receive. And there's a beautiful alchemy that occurs as we become open, as we allow ourselves to receive and to enjoy that energy of joy, enjoyment. It harmonizes with the energies of our passions, our interests, our talents. And so what we share is uniquely ours to share. As I said in my book, and I deeply believe this, what we most want to share, what we most want to express, to experience, is what the world most benefits in receiving from us or experiencing with us. It's a beautifully designed system, and it exists in unity consciousness, and we can be there now. We can choose to be in unity consciousness right now. So I encourage you to play this idea of, first and foremost, being open to receive the many gifts this universe has to offer. It could be something very simple, such as a beautiful blue sky, or in my case, a few days ago, seeing this squirrel singing on the railing of my balcony, just working on this nut for all it's worth, and my cats were entranced by that. So delightful. There are just so many experiences like that to be had in any and every moment. Synchronistic meetings, somebody passing you on your walking path and waving and smiling and saying hello. There's just so much available when we are intentionally open to observe, to notice, to become aware, to become attuned to the gifts. And just know that that really is the first step. That's the entrance into this beautiful flow. Our openness to receive must be in place. And when our openness to receive is in place, now we are placing ourselves in the flow of this generosity, of this abundance, of this joy, of this creativity. And it feels really good. I want to share an example from my own life of this, and it has to do with a YouTube channel. The idea to start one came to me years ago, and I think others suggested it to me. And it always came as a bit of a should, like this is something that a teacher and a author should do or should have. I knew enough even then not to act on a should, but only to act if it feels resonant with me. So I didn't act then. I continued to follow my path of joy. I continue to develop openness and receptivity and trust in a loving universe. And as part of that, I began to notice more and more the gifts that were available to me. I began to open to more of my own gifts, such as the channeling that I shared with you in a previous video. Over time, and not a whole lot of time, as I became more open, more receptive, I began to enjoy my life more, enjoy my own skills and talents more. And there just reached a point where the most natural thing in the world was for me to want to share this with you. And that's when the idea for the YouTube channel resurfaced. And that time it felt good and it felt natural. And I took the next steps to get it going. This very channel is the expression of my being in the flow of receiving, enjoying, and sharing. And as I said, this joy harmonizes with each one of your talents and skills and passions. So the sharing that you are offering is unique to you and uniquely beneficial to the world. But again, the entry to this beautiful flow of abundance and sharing is your openness to receive. So I invite you to play with that, to just simply intend to be more aware of the many gifts this universe is offering. Be open to the understanding that you are worthy of all the gifts life has to offer, and to simply notice more of them, become more aware of them. One of the things that I did along the way was I played with the phrase, what a gift. So whenever I saw that brilliant blue sky, or someone passed me who waved and smiled at me, I would make a point of saying to myself, what a gift. And every time I said, what a gift, I just felt wonderful. The announcement, the appreciation, the acknowledgement of the gifts helps us to amplify this vibration of worthiness and to remain open to more and more of these gifts. So it's a wonderful energy momentum that just keeps building on itself. So I invite you to play with that, to set aside for a moment thoughts of giving and receiving and having to manage and measure those things, and instead focus on being open to receive, be willing to be surprised at how much is being offered to you that you may not have noticed before, including things such as money and resources. So be open to receive, say yes, acknowledge, appreciate, enjoy, and allow your own enjoyment to gather momentum until it reaches a point where you just simply naturally want to share. And that's really fun too. Thank you for being here.